As we've previously worked out in conversations among all of the higher authorities and higher powers with regards to resolution moving forward from all of this, it was deemed unacceptable to trap people with below average level of intelligent individuals when the people who host are very well versed, intelligent, have invested time, energy, effort, money in developing their minds and skill sets. So I feel like mismatching is an understatement at this point. And I would graciously ask that my technology team gets back involved as soon as possible, because this shit is fucking ridiculous. These people are dumb as fuck, bro. I can't handle it. I am very non-predatory, very calm, they are just awful people. Like, they're really bad people, and they're also dumb. So it makes everything even harder. They are inverting people's orders, trying to steal people's jobs, creating all of this fictitious, fraudulent information. I believe that this is likely the team that stole my credit card. So the credit card that I was approved for, my very first credit card approval in my life, right? I'm grown, super grown, and I just got a credit card maybe days after the approval, and after I received it, I found out that instead of the $3,000 limit they promised, which really, what is $3,000, right? That they actually only gave me $300. And I was already in a really fucked up place financially. People were just not really doing anything positive in my demographic. I was being stolen from. They attached me to the most just awful individuals that you could imagine. And so I escaped that, and I got this credit card so that I could put gas in my car and build my credit score. My credit score was over 700 when I started all of this, and now it's coming in around a 500 or 600. I think 545 when I last checked. And before that it was 608, and I pay my car payment on time every month. I pay my cell phone bill every month. I don't owe anyone money. There's nothing negligent or fraudulent. I pay my payment plans to the city of Chicago twice a month, every single month. And all of that reports back to the credit bureau. So how my credit could be lower than 700 at this point is beyond my level of understanding and comprehension. I really don't get it. But they took my federal income tax return, $1,700, and another $2,000 from my PNC and Wintrust bank accounts. So that 1 month, they stole from me approximately $4,000. And I believe that's the same team that's here now. So I don't really have a way to prove it, and I would be asking for some sort of external confirmation of that. But it does seem as though very low level, of understanding, unintelligent individuals. What's the turn? Are you paying attention? How much longer? Okay, great. Just doing things like stealing the orders that I'm picking up blatantly right in front of me, and then telling me I need to wait 10 extra minutes in a combination order where there are 2 orders for pickup, and that's order number 1. So I leave and I go run to the second order to pick up the second order quickly so that I could come back and pick up that order, and then just, additional, all of a sudden the GPS doesn't work anymore. How does the GPS not work anymore? How does the GPS work for all my orders? And then they start playing these games, and all of a sudden, anywhere I go, it says 0 minutes, 0 hours, and I try to zoom in on the address so that I know Chicago. I'm from Chicago. All I really need to do that's all I need to do. See what the cross streets are. And nope, can't do that either. Can't zoom in there, can't zoom in here. And then the person who they've deemed my husband, I don't even know how this is even possible, is turning into about 30 different personalities in about a 12-hour period. Most of them appear to be childlike. I am not here to fucking babysit your badass kids. As a matter of fact, my 2-year-old is currently tied up in the DCFS system, figuratively, not literally, and I'm not being permitted to even see him. My visits have been placed on hold unlawfully since April. So I'm not here to babysit. It's unlawful for me to babysit. And if you could just back off and fuck off and leave me alone, that would be, and by leave me alone, I mean leave me alone in my energy with my husband and do not fuck with me anymore. Fuck off all the way. All the way. Leave me alone. I am not qualified to babysit your children if I have an open case against me. And that's it. Did you really? I don't think that you did. I don't think that you did. At all. At all. They're leaning into the Drake song, 10 of us were moving as one. I'm so proud of who I've become, and I've been documenting this repeatedly. I'd like to be back with my husband, and if they're going with the narrative that there was never any Xavier, then how do they do a DNA test on my 2-year-old child and confirm that he's the father? So I don't know what you people have got going on. I have about 30 different photos of Xavier appearing at different heights, weights, different faces, different all sorts of things, different characteristics. I would like to know what is going on. And that is it. And we already have a DNA test on my child, our child, Xavier and my child. So it should be very easy to prove. Right? Yes. Should be. Oh, and for the record, my phone that I interact with the DCFS on, as I've said about 100,000 times, has been remotely locked for about the last, I would say 3 weeks now, 2 weeks now, meaning I have no functionality. And when I try to go in it under forgot my password, which I did not, they write start iPhone reset. If I click that, they do an iPhone lockout. So they're not giving me the ability to work on my case. They're not giving me the ability to advocate for my child. They're not giving me the ability to work without torment. It has been a long time coming that these individuals become separated from the demographic of existence that does not behave in this way. I don't live in the underworld. I'm not some fucking weird mermaid. I'm a human being. All of these creeps following us around with this fucking narrative, the witches and the warlocks, I'm not a part of that. Okay? Fuck off. Leave me alone. Stop fucking following me. And if you're feeling ill mentally, there are tons of ambulances following Xavier and I on any given day with above average levels of audibles being played in our ears that most of the time cause us to have to cover our ears and literally feel discomfort and pain at the level of sound that's passing by us. And yeah, for the record, I would say look at all the days, look at all the dates. Don't let them fuck up the chronological order of this. They can't, they can try. They can to any sort of demographic that would be perceiving what's going on external to our AI agents, etc. But they most certainly can't overall. Overall, we know exactly what's going on and who did what. What's the next turn? No, there is some person who was in my medical records, altering my medical records and changing my address and contact information while I was pregnant with my son Weston, and changing the contact information to say the inaccurate address and inaccurate phone number, etc. and so forth. And while that was going on, I went back in and filed a request for a formal administrative audit, as well as assistance with identifying the person who made that change. And I got a name of that person, but why am I being forced to cross paths with that person if that person is not going to be indicted, or at the very least questioned. None of this makes any sense under the United States Constitution or its guidelines.
That's right.
All right, you guys. Anyways, that's what's going on here with me. Can't give you any more details about any of the unlawfulness or blatant violations of the United States Constitution with regards to any of my cases because I have been threatened and charged with contempt of court. So waiting for and hoping for a better attorney to get involved with regards to that bullshit allegation. But until then, you guys have a great day. And I'll talk to you later.